Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be showing you guys how I part for my medium sized twist. So let's jump right into that. Oh, of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, welcome, and all the good stuff. So um, there are different ways to part, and I'm sure most of you know that, but this is something that I have gotten used to since I started doing it. I don't even think I can part regularly. I think I can if I was doing like small braids, but I always feel like with the big braids, it's good to have like, really nice parting and for your parts to have some type of style to it since your parts are going to be seen. So I feel like if you were doing small braids, then yeah, you can part the regular circle, parting, whatever. But when you're doing big braids, I feel like these parts, like, the triangles and the diamonds and all that, those are best for big braids. So right now, all I'm doing is parting and then just making sure that I part everything and then go in and braid. I've been doing this for years now. Um, I honestly think I came up with this whole parting and then before braiding thing like literally 4 years ago, but we not gonna get into that because I don't want no drama. But anyways, I'm just parting, and then what you want to do is as you part, make sure that the parts are laying in between each other. I think it's called like brick layers. So the parts will be laid in between each other instead of on top of each other. And I think I've explained this in the previous video that this is good because then your client's hair don't end up looking like yeah. Anyways, I'm using jam to make sure that the parts are looking nice and clean. The comb also that I am using is just a regular comb that I bought from, I think, Sally's or my local beauty supply store. And I just broke some of the little combs off. I learned that technique from Beauty Can Braid years ago. She's my girl, man. That girl can braid some cornrows, like she's lit. So I'm just parting and then making sure that my parts are clean, and then just using those little clips that I forgot what they're called. The clips that they use to do the locks, and that's what I'm using to hold it. You can also get that from your local beauty supply store. These things are not expensive. The clip can end up being expensive because I bought it in bulk, so it's a lot of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Hey, what the a brothel and tree mix? I'm just gonna go ahead and part, and then for those of you who don't know, I'm Ghanaian. Everybody should know that by now, unless you're new. So I didn't fast forward this thing because I wanted you guys to see everything. I think I fast forwarded some part that it wasn't even like fast forward. My camera had stopped recording and I didn't know, so some parts were missed in the video. But I just really want you guys to see how I do this because a lot of you have been requested for me to show you. So I am done talking for now. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten your hair done at the shop before, but usually what they do at the shop is they do these tiny braids around the perimeter of your head, and then in the middle they do like, jumbo chunky doodle braids. I hate that. I hate that for so many reasons. The first reason is because when your braids get old, I'm sorry that it's blurry, I didn't even notice that. But when your braids gets old and you want to leave it down, you can't because then you end up the middle, you can see the middle and it just looks a hot mess. It looks like doodle braids. It just looks horrible. So the only thing you can do to it is just hold it up all the time. So what I like to do is I like for all my sections to look literally almost identical. And then when I get to the front, I can do like maybe I can part it a little bit smaller than I did for the back and the middle. But for the most part, I like for all the parts to look the same so that when you leave it down, you don't have anything to worry about. And if you're putting it up, you don't have anything to worry about. And honestly, I feel like it's the most safest technique because braids are supposed to be a protective style. Braids are not supposed to be something that pulls out your hair and now you don't got no edges because the lady did your braids too tight. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. It's actually supposed to help your hair grow. So, and the only way to do that is by making sure that all your parts are even, because if you do the parts in the front too small, and the amount of hair you're using for the front is the same amount that you're using for the back, all you're doing is putting tension on your hair. The back may be able, that's why a lot of people don't have edges, because the same amount that they use for the back, you're using the same amount, if not more, actually more for the front, because they're parting the front a little bit smaller. Not a little bit, sorry. They're parting the front smaller. They end up having to use more braiding hair. And what that does is the braiding hair ends up putting tension on your actual hair and pulling. And then, you might not lose your hair like right then and there. Some people do. People who don't have like, strong hair, they end up having like their hair falling off and all that. But eventually you're going to start noticing that your hair is getting thinner and thinner and thinner, especially in the front. And that's because you've been getting these braids where like the braids are micros and tinies, and the parts are tiny in the front, and then the back. So that's why most of the time you could be like, oh, the back of my hair is so healthy, but then the front is like it's thinning out. Yeah, that's because you've been getting your braids all wrong. Now, I'm not coming for anybody who braids this way. If that's how you braid, that's your preference, that's what you like, kudos to you. But from my experience and from what I know as a braider, it is never good to do that, especially to the front of your hair, because believe it or not, your edges are like the weakest part of your hair. Your edges and then the back. That's why if you're a person who get a relaxer, I used to get relaxers, the back of my hair will always break, no matter how good the person perming my hair was, no matter how professional they was. It will always break, even because when you're getting a relaxer, you're supposed to start it off in the middle and then work your way to the back and then the front. There's a reason why it's like that, because the back and the front of your hair, the perimeters of your hair are the most sensitive and the weakest. That's why it's always good to start, if you are getting a perm, it's always good to start in the middle and then work your way around. If whoever is perming your hair don't do that, y'all need to check them. But anyways, I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. Like I said, if that's how you like your braids, kudos to you. But I just thought that I would share this with you guys. I've been talking for too long, so I'm just going to keep quiet so y'all can enjoy this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will post another video of the actual braiding process so that you guys can see what it looks like and how it turned out. So, enjoy the video. So I am all done. Like I said, for the front and the top, I always parted a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit smaller. As you guys can see, the parts almost like they all look the same. So right now we are done, and I'm just gonna put everything up and then get into braiding. I think she had a total of either 47 or 57. I think 57 is pushing it. I think it was like in the early 40s or the late, no, sorry, the late 40s or the early 50s. I'm not sure. I did write it down, but I don't know what happened. This video was done so long ago. But yeah, I'm done, and then I'm just putting everything up, and then I'm gonna get into braiding. Again, there's gonna be a video of that up so you guys can see what it looks like and the hair I used and all that good stuff. Also, if you're interested in getting the gem and the clip, I can leave I guess the names, and if you want to order it online, I'll leave like a website and everything on there that you guys can find it at. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for your love, your support, and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much.